In the heart of 16th century France, a lonely château hides the fragile world of Marguerite de Rocque, an orphaned heiress burdened by silence and expectation. Raised in isolation under the watchful eye of her nurse Damienne, Marguerite dreams of freedom beyond the stone walls of her ancestral estate, but everything changes with the return of her enigmatic guardian, Roberval. What begins as a promise of a new future soon spirals into a harrowing journey, one that will carry Marguerite across the ocean and into exile on a desolate island, cast away for daring to love. Isola is a powerful coming-of-age story of betrayal, endurance, and the will to survive. From noble halls to the savage wilderness, Marguerite must shed the weight of her title and find strength within. Her journey is not just one of survival, but of transformation, a defiant quest to reclaim her voice, her purpose, and her place in the world. Plot summary: Orphaned heiress in lonely shadow. Marguerite's isolated childhood in Perigord. Marguerite de Rocque, an orphaned heiress, grows up in a grand yet lonely château in Perigord, France. Her parents' early demise leaves her under the care of her nurse, Damienne, who becomes her closest confidant. Despite her noble lineage and wealth, Marguerite feels the void of familial love and the weight of expectations as an heiress. Her guardian, Jean-François de la Rocque de Roberval, oversees her estate but rarely visits, leaving Marguerite to navigate her childhood with only Damien's guidance and the looming shadow of her uncertain future. Guardian's arrival and unsettling plans. Roberval's visit brings uncertainty and fear. The arrival of Roberval at the chateau disrupts Marguerite's fragile stability. His authoritative presence and mysterious intentions intrigue and intimidate her. Roberval questions her education and accomplishments, promising to arrange her future, yet his plans remain unclear. Marguerite is left feeling vulnerable and anxious, as Roberval's presence casts a shadow over her life, leaving her to ponder the fate he has in store for her. A new companion and rivalry. Claire's arrival sparks jealousy and growth. The introduction of Claire d'Artois as Marguerite's new companion brings a mix of competition and camaraderie. Initially envious of Claire's talents and her close relationship with her mother, Marguerite is inspired to improve herself. The two girls form a bond, sharing secrets and dreams, yet the uncertainty of Marguerite's future looms over their friendship. Claire's presence challenges Marguerite to embrace patience and humility, fostering personal growth amidst rivalry. Guardian's return and new orders. Roberval's return signals a drastic change. Roberval's return brings devastating news. Marguerite's estate has been sold, and she must accompany him on a voyage to the New World. Despite her pleas, Roberval remains resolute, forcing Marguerite to leave the only home she has ever known. The journey is fraught with danger and uncertainty as Marguerite grapples with the loss of her inheritance and the fear of the unknown, setting the stage for a transformative adventure, a secret love and betrayal, forbidden romance, and a guardian's wrath on board the ship. Marguerite finds solace in Auguste, Roberval's secretary. Their secret romance offers a brief escape from the oppressive atmosphere, but when discovered, it incites Roberval's fury. The relationship is deemed a betrayal, and Roberval's anger knows no bounds. Marguerite and Auguste's future hangs in the balance as they face the consequences of their forbidden love, leading to a pivotal turning point in their lives. Exile to a desolate island, castaway on an unforgiving Island's punishment for their transgressions, Marguerite, Auguste and Damien are abandoned on a barren island. Stripped of their former lives, they must rely on their wits and each other to survive. The island is harsh and unforgiving, but the trio finds strength in their unity. Marguerite's journey from heiress to castaway is marked by resilience and the hope of eventual rescue. As they adapt to their new reality and the challenges it presents, survival amidst isolation and despair, Marguerite's struggle for survival continues on the desolate island. Marguerite, Auguste, and Damien face the harsh realities of survival. They gather rainwater, hunt for food, and attempt to maintain a semblance of normalcy. Marguerite grapples with guilt and the weight of her decisions, while Damien remains a steadfast source of support. The island's isolation forces Marguerite to confront her inner turmoil and the loss of her former life. Despite the challenges, the trio finds moments of solace and unity, clinging to hope for rescue. A glimmer of hope appears. Unexpected visitors bring a chance of rescue as Marguerite and her companions endure the island's hardships. A fleet of ships appears on the horizon. The sight reignites their hope for salvation. Marguerite's heart races with the possibility of returning to civilization, but she is also wary of the intentions of those aboard. The ship's presence forces Marguerite to confront her fears and the reality of her situation. She must decide whether to trust these strangers and seize the opportunity for escape, rescue, and return to society. Marguerite's journey back to France begins. The Basque fishermen who discover Marguerite offer her passage back to France. Grateful yet apprehensive, she boards their vessel, leaving the island behind. The voyage is fraught with challenges, including a fierce storm that tests Marguerite's resolve. Despite the dangers, she finds solace in the camaraderie of the fishermen and the promise of a new beginning. As they approach the French coast, Marguerite reflects on her transformation and the life she left behind. Confronting the past and future, Marguerite faces her past and uncertain future. Upon returning to France, Marguerite is met with skepticism and disbelief. Her guardian, Roberval, remains a looming threat, and she must navigate the complexities of her new reality. Marguerite seeks refuge with old friends who offer support and guidance. As she contemplates her next steps, Marguerite is determined to reclaim her life and find a place where she belongs. Her journey of self-discovery continues as she confronts the challenges of reintegration. A new beginning with purpose. Marguerite's vision for a new life takes shape. Inspired by her experiences, Marguerite dreams of establishing a school for girls where they can learn and grow in a supportive environment. With the help of her friends, she begins to lay the groundwork for this ambitious project. Marguerite's resilience and determination drive her forward as she seeks to create a legacy that honors her past and empowers future generations. Her vision becomes a beacon of hope and a testament to her strength. Facing the Queen's judgment, Marguerite's story reaches the ears of royalty. Summoned to court, Marguerite must present her tale to Queen Marguerite of Navarre. The Queen, intrigued by Marguerite's resilience, listens intently to her account. Marguerite's honesty and humility resonate with the Queen, who sees the value in her story. The encounter is a turning point for Marguerite, as she gains the Queen's favor and support for her school. This royal endorsement solidifies Marguerite's place in society and her commitment to her newfound purpose.